How is everybody doing? Hope that you're doing well whenever you tune in and see this. So this is going to be a general reading for both Aries and for Taurus, separate readings, right? They're just in the same video. So general readings can cover anything like love, work, friends, family, health, etc. All right. And these are timeless readings, so that means that for some people they may resonate at different times. All right. Can be a couple of months ago, it can be current stuff, or it could even be stuff coming up in the future. But basically, whenever you see this video, hopefully there is something for you to take away from it. All right. So we're going to start off with Aries, and then we'll do a shuffle later and get into Taurus. I will be providing timestamps for both. After the live is done, I'm just going to check and make sure that our sound is okay. All right, so looks like it is, so I'm going to turn it off so we don't have an echo. All right, so yes, let's see and get into it here for Aries and see what we have coming up for you for October. All right, so I want to do a quick sound bell just to kind of get into the energy, for me to also check in with my guides, take a couple of deep breaths, and the same thing for you. If you feel guided, you can take a couple of deep breaths or just watch, whatever is good for you. All right, so this is going to be for Aries. All right. A little bit of a longer one, but I felt like it was needed to kind of, again, get rid of all the distractions currently going on. All right, so I'm filming this on the 24th. It's basically the day after we get out of the Mercury retrograde shadow. So that's a little bit of kind of the stuff that I was talking about. Sorry, distracted by the animals. You guys be good or I'll lock you out. You know the deal. All right. So with Aries, let's see, without further ado, let's go ahead and call out your cards here and then kind of go in order and see, yeah, what we got. So Aries, for October, we're starting off with the King of Cups in the reverse position. We have the Empress in the right side up position. We have the Ace of Staves, also known as Ace of Wands, in the right side up position. We have the Princess of Sacred Circles in the reverse position. All right, and we will talk about the other cards in a little bit as they come up and where Spirit wants to kind of talk about those or go over those cards. So Aries, you have basically 4 major arcanas here throughout your reading. You've got 2 in the past, 1 in the current present, and then 1 that's in between both the past and the present. So a little bit of both, okay? So usually the more major arcanas we have can talk about a significant amount of change, let's say, okay? So also this part of the reading, I kind of like to talk about the other zodiac signs that are showing up here for you, Aries, for some people that may be looking out for that. All right, so we do have some Libra energy. We've got Pisces energy, Pisces twice and Libra twice, the official card for Pisces and for Libra, okay? So that could be that for some of you guys, Aries, you could be dealing with a Libra or a Pisces, or you have a lot of that in your chart or someone else does, or it could be even referencing Libra or Pisces season of this year, of last year, or even next year, all right? Or it means nothing at all. So again, you kind of just take what makes sense and leave the rest behind. This is a general reading meant for multiple people. Okay. So let's talk about the key dates too when some of these things may occur. Nothing is set in stone as far as the timing, but I do like to have a general guideline. So I'll say them real quickly and then I'll say them again when we're on each card. But the first card can be from around October 1st through the 8th. The second card can be from around October 9th through the 16th. The third card can be from around October 17th through the 23rd. And the fourth card can be from around October 24th through October 31st, or even into the first couple of days of November. It will vary, right? They're just guidelines. All right. So before we also get started here, Aries, I want to see what the majority of your minor arcana is to get another underlying layer, a theme to your reading. So it's probably Pentacles. You've got 2 Pentacles, you've got a Cup, you've got a Wand, and you've got a Sword, okay? So a little bit of everything here, Aries, as far as the other elements, Earth, Air, Fire, Water. But the majority that you have here is Pentacles. So that can talk about finances or money, wealth, but it can also talk about our values. So some sample questions that we could put in the background would be like, am I being valued enough? Is the environment, is the other person valued, vice versa, etc. Okay, so when we talk about money and values, society deems that depending on your job and where you're working, you get paid a certain amount of money for the time and effort that you're there, right? So if it's not necessarily about finances or money, it could just be about more of that value and that effort. Is it being felt? Is it being nurtured? Or is it in the lack kind of area? All right, so let's go ahead though and start with your first official card and kind of go through the reading here, Aries. So we're starting off with this King of Cups in the reverse position, and we have some water energy here, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But this is your first card, the first week of October that we're talking about here. This can be about you or someone you're dealing with, multiple people, general environment situation. So kind of always keep that in mind. But this is, you know, a feeling of, or an energy of here, Aries. Someone perhaps is having a little bit of an energetic blockage right here in this first week. It doesn't last that long, whatever this is, once we get into it here, Aries, because then you have some 2 cards back to back that are more in the, you know, for momentum kind of energy. These are green lights if we're driving, and this is more of a kind of red light in the first week, right? So usually the universe, guardian angels, ancestors, spirit, whatever you want to call it, is going to maybe slow us down in certain ways to go over some things, okay? So with this King of Cups in the reverse position, it could be that someone is not feeling emotionally satisfied, okay? So cups in the tarot talk about our emotions. We drink water out of cups, right? Our bodies are 90% water. It could also be that someone or some energy is not feeling supported in some way emotionally, with the King in the reverse position here, King of Cups. It could also be somebody or some energy is having a hard time maybe focusing on where the lighter parts of the emotions are, okay? It's going to be a little bit different for everybody, But I do feel that in the past, the two cards that are underneath it that we're about to get into here, Aries, excuse me, it's like in the past, there was a lot of change happening. And this could be the recent past, right? It could be a couple days ago, months, weeks, years, etc., seconds, whatever it is, minutes, right? But we have the moon in the reverse position and the Justice card in reverse position. So again, Pisces, Libra energy. And these are the cards that made it possible for the King of Cups to show up in that reverse position. All right. So it's like something was possibly illuminated in the past with the moon in the reverse position. Something was brought to light. Some type of new information was being shown or being processed. And also at the same time in the past here, Aries, there could have been, what is the way to say it? For some people, it could be that there's like this type of truth or justice that didn't live up to what it was supposed to be. Okay, that's kind of what I'm hearing. It could also be in the past here. I'm just turning down the ambient music when it has all the commercial distractions. But this is like you or someone or some energy maybe coming to terms with whatever this thing was with the moon in the reverse position that was brought to light, that got more information coming to the surface, things being processed. If there was a lack of justice in the past or balance in some way or evolution around finding some type of truth between this kind of light and dark energy, positive and negative, yin and yang, all the kind of dualities that we could talk about. And so this King of Cups in the reverse position in the future, current, present energies in the first week could just be like still going over those things, right? Still trying to make sense. If he was right side up, he's holding a book, okay, in his other hand. You can see there his little notebook, right? So that's perhaps, you know, he's reading for pleasure, or it could be his journal, his diary, right? And because normally when he's right side up, you're gonna hurt yourself, sit down. Did you hurt yourself? Sorry guys, my dog is chasing the cats. Just chill out. Huh? You wanna show yourself? You wanna show yourself to everybody for a moment? Okay. Yes. What do you think, Cleo, about the King of Cups? Yeah. She said, you gotta check in with your emotions. Right? And then that way we can kind of move forward. So Cleo, you want to show the next card? Alright, so whatever this is, we then move forward here, Aries, to that Libra energy again. So you have Pisces, Libra in the past, and you have it over here as well twice. So that's really kind of telling us something there. But if the zodiac signs don't necessarily mean anything to you, again, it's just something more coming to light, processing something, maybe come to terms with something not being justified or someone's actions not being justified, or there's like just coming to terms with like there's not a balance around whatever this thing that was brought to light in the past, recent or further back in the past. So then here with that King of Cups again, just kind of processing the emotions, trying to find maybe more emotional support, okay? Because normally he would be on his throne, but his throne is upside down, right? So the throne represents our support system, right? Who's got my back, okay, in my chair? Who is that? So is that my friends, family, lover, mental health care worker, etc., whatever, right? So that's kind of going on here. But then you have this dramatic change though, Aries, from the first week of October to the second week, okay? So you go from that King of Cups in the reverse position to now the Empress, again, Libra energy, in the right side up position. Not her official card. Her official card was down there, but showing up again. Okay, so the Empress energy is divine feminine energy. Okay, so we all have masculine and feminine energies inside of us. All right, so here she is. I like to call her the businesswoman of the tarot, the CEO. She gets things done. She delegates tasks. She's very creative, right? So we literally see her here pregnant. So she's pregnant with the seed of possibility, of planning for the future. And she's using her emotions now in a positive way. We see waterfall. We see a waterfall in the background, and that is the emotions. So whatever was processed here, Aries, it could be that part of you, or for some of you guys, if this is about you or someone else, multiple general environment situation, is like if that emotional support necessarily didn't come through the way that you wanted or someone wanted or the energy was calling for, it's kind of like you boss up and you're like, I'll just do it myself. Not to say that you don't have a support system, right? But it's almost like if we're talking about true Aries energy, and again, depending on where you have Aries in your chart, because not everyone coming to this video is necessarily going to be a sun sign Aries, but it's like, yes, I'm a leader. I'm the first sign of the zodiac. I'm the go-getter. So yes, I still need support, of course, but also I'm a boss. All right, so that's really what I feel here for you, Aries, and this is beautiful. Again, we said the second week of October with this Empress energy could be from around October 9th through the 16th or so. It's just a general guideline as far as the timing goes. All right, but you go from kind of water, air, fire, earth throughout your first main 4 cards at the top. Okay, so really, again, you have a little bit of all of the elements here in your reading, which is always a good sign. All right, so now we get into your 3rd week, and we have the Ace of Staves in the right side of position, also known as Ace of Wands. Okay, so Aries, by the time we get to your 3rd week, there is some type of new beginning. Okay, endings and new beginnings. There could be more creativity, passion. This could be better health for some. When we talk about staves or wands, that's our physical body, or things that just get us passionate in our physical body. Okay, so maybe more feeling like yourself in your physical body during this 3rd week. Also, if we were to pause your reading right here, I forgot to do this in the beginning here, Aries, if there was something that you wanted to accomplish within your own control, like let's say travel or something like this, okay, or certain manifestations, what have you, it looks like the 2nd and the 3rd week are the best times to do that as far as the month of October. So you've got starting off with a little bit of a red light at the beginning and the end of October, but right in the middle is kind of that sweet spot. So you also have here, Aries, you go from the Empress to the Ace of Staves in the right side of position. It's like double new beginnings, double fertility. Okay, so if you are a woman and you're in a certain age and you're, childbearing years, what do they call it, right? Use your protection if you don't want a kiddo, okay, if you don't want a baby, because you could be extra fertile here. For everybody else who that's not even an option, or that's not whatever, right? Just regardless of gender, the general kind of metaphor of this energy is, again, planting seeds for the future, okay? And being really passionate and picking up slack from others, I'm hearing, but also just this go-getter energy, okay? And this is your element, right? Okay, so Aries, or depending on where you have Aries in your chart, when we're talking about the 3rd week, this is fire energy. So again, if you are starting to feel like better in your body, this is really nice, because that is your kind of home energy, if you want to say it like that. I want to look at the astrology notes here real quickly over here. Let's see. So in the 3rd week, what do we have going on? We have, okay, so Juno is entering into Virgo. We have Mercury enters into Scorpio. We have the beginning of Scorpio season here. and then the rest would be more in the 4th week. So when we talk about Juno entering into Virgo, Juno is the energy of partnerships, commitments, and marriages. Okay, so when it enters into Earth sign Virgo, can be bringing more balance, stability, organization around partnerships, commitments, and marriages. And it isn't just partnerships or commitments that are romantic, right? It can be work partnerships, it can be with friends or family, etc., whatever it is. So that's just kind of like a background kind of info, but I talk about more of the astrology stuff in the Libra actual reading right before we get into Libra. I think I put a timestamp for it for people if they want to check it out. But this feels so good for you though, Aries, really does. Okay, so I like to see that. I like to see that for you. All right, let's see what else we have here for you, Aries. So by the time we get to the end of the month here in October, we have a little bit of this, trying to find the words, hold on. Because I'm not only looking at these 3 cards, I'm also looking at your 4th card, your confirmation card over there that we'll talk about at the end. Aries, okay, I have to say I haven't had a reading where the Justice card and the Judgment card is coming out in the same reading in probably like a year or so. I don't remember what other sign had that, okay? But again, because you have 2.5 major arcanas in the past and 1.5 in the future, current, present energies, it's just like a lot of change, okay? And a lot of it, you know, could have started in the past, but then it's now showing up, really feeling it more, let's say maybe towards the end of October here. Now with this Princess of Sacred Circles in the reverse position, it's like, what happened, Aries? Like, we have this pregnant woman with the Empress, and then we have another pregnant woman towards the end of the month, right, that is now reversed. So it's like, why plant those seeds for the future, making these plans, and then something here happens where either you are triggered or someone else, or the general environment situation is triggered in some way. Again, like I said in the beginning of the reading, the majority of your minor arcana was Pentacles or Sacred Circles, as it's known in this deck. Okay, so it could have something to do with finances, but it doesn't have to. Not feeling financially abundant or supported in some way here. Could also be feeling, someone or something could be feeling not as valued. And also, it's a little bit of this like procrastination energy around leveling up, which is weird because you have the Empress, which is like a queen, in the 2nd week. When you get to the 4th week, it's like the princess doesn't want to become the queen. So it's a little bit of backpedaling energy here, Aries. Let's find out why. Let's kind of go deeper here. All right, because it's going to be a little bit different for everybody, but let's see what the cards have to say. All right, so these two over here is energy from the past, whatever the past is for you or them or the energy, and they made it possible for this Princess of Sacred Circles in the reverse position to show up here in that future, current, present energies. All right, so we got the 7 of Pentacles reversed and the 9 of Swords reversed. All right, so one of these is a good reversal. The other one is maybe not necessarily a bad reversal, but yeah. Let me show you the cards a little up close and detail. Ooh, let me make sure I'm on the camera. All right, so just so you can kind of see the imagery here. So with this energy here, Aries, it's like on one hand, again, someone was feeling like they're their seeds were not taking root in the past. Okay, we're talking about past here. So possibly some type of financial difficulty in the past, or not feeling valued in the past, is then re-triggered again in that 4th week. But at the same time, with the 9 of Swords in reverse, that's that good reversal. Somebody or something started to let go of some anxiety, worry, overthinking, which was possibly the root cause of this financial burden, or not the root cause, but making it worse, making it harder to deal with, more intense, something like this, okay? But when we get to this confirmation card, this is the one that wants to come in here and confirm all 4 weeks that we're talking about here of October. It is a combination of past and future energy, and it's the Judgment card, okay? But it's reversed. And I really hope here, Aries, for the ones that this message is for, this is you or someone else, etc., right? Really deciding, I'm not going to do this thing that I did in the past, okay? I'm not going to let myself be triggered. I'm not going to stress myself out about financial burdens, or not feeling valued in some way. Yes, we all have to be cautious of our finances, of course, but it's like, if there's this feeling of not being valued, then that can make the finances be even more stressful, right? So it's something about, I guess, I think I've mentioned it before in here. I know I have. Talking about like poverty consciousness is something that we have to know what it is and then kind of let it go. So depending on how we were raised, right, and how old we are and all those things. Just speaking of my grandma for a moment, right, she was growing up during the Great Depression, and so there was never enough, and it was always like saving every little thing. Even when we'd go out to dinner, she'd save all the little leftovers and put them in her fridge and all that stuff, and she usually wouldn't eat them, but it was just that mindset of like, there's never enough, there's never enough. So when we let go and we're aware of what poverty consciousness is, then we can then tap in more to the energy that you had here, Aries, in that 2nd and 3rd week, okay? So, you know, being a boss, stepping into divine feminine energy, using our emotions in a positive way to, make goals and manifestations and hit the mark, okay? To be more creative, to be more healthy, to know that we will be provided for, right? So that's like the opposite of poverty consciousness, is like there is enough for everyone, right? Yeah. So, you know, this Judgment card in the reverse position, again, I said I hadn't seen Justice and Judgment together in one reading in probably like a year or so, and I don't remember what other sign it was. All right, but these are definitely some heavy energies, but there's like, it's like someone's did their homework and is doing their homework again, okay? So when you do that, Aries, when you let go of whatever this is, if it's not poverty consciousness, if it's not being valued, it could just also be like, why deny again that you are the Empress, that you are royalty, that you can step into your own power, okay? And that really goes into your Oracle card here as well. So I always say this word wrong. Hopefully I'll say it right, but it's a flower, okay? So the name of the card is the Courageous Peony? Peony? Is that how you say it? I don't know. Hopefully you guys will let me know in the comments down below, but it's a type of flower. All right, and so here we see this woman in the center and all these flowers all around her, okay? But underneath it, it says multifaceted, okay? Unique nature, and let yourself be seen. So this is totally speaking to you, Aries. Like, be the Empress. Don't doubt yourself, right? Rise into your royalty energy. And, you know, it's not that you, Aries, would be afraid of a leadership role. It's more of you really believing in you. If that makes sense, okay? It's like more of a confidence thing, I feel. But it's beautiful, right? So just be the multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen as who you really are, Aries. All right? So that is your reading for October. I already took your picture, the one picture that I always take of all the cards in case you want to see them more up close and detailed together. It is free. I just put it on my Facebook page for all the readings that I do. So if you feel guided, all you have to do is go to Facebook and type in Malessea's Magic Light, which is my name here on the channel. And then you will see this video posted, and then the first comment below on Facebook will be the photo if you want to check it out, but you don't have to. And I also really appreciate everybody's energy, your likes and subscriptions and shares. They're all great free ways to support the channel here. So if you feel guided and you wanted to give it a thumbs up, or if you want to subscribe on YouTube, it does help my channel grow if you feel guided, and it is free as well. All right, so let's look at the time here as we switch over to Taurus, of course. So we're at about 32 minutes. So I'll kind of make a mental note here, and I will put it in the timestamps for later. All right, but yes, thank you, Aries. All right, now let's go ahead and switch over to Taurus. We're gonna let these cards charge with the crystals for a little bit, and then maybe, well, yeah, I think I'm gonna light some incense for a little while, and then we'll do a sound bell and do some shuffling. And yeah, see what comes out for Taurus. Let's see here. Alrighty. Get all things together here. And get some incense. So again, I hope everyone is doing all right whenever you see this video. Day or night, wherever you are in the world. All of those things. Oh, you know, I have the fan on. I don't know. Let's see if I can do this and not burn myself at the same time. Hold on, guys. What is she doing in the corner? Trying to light some incense. Alright. I think I got it. Alright, so here we go. So when we use the smoke with the cards, it is a way to clear the energy. But you don't have to use smoke. Some people don't like it, right? So it's really about your intention as well. Sound vibrations with the sound bell is also another great way to clear the energy. All right. Let's see. Get a little bit up in here. This is the jasmine. I think it has a little bit of lemongrass too. It's really nice. You guys get some too. All right, feel the energy there. All right, so we'll let that go a little bit. And we'll get our sound bell here. A little bit of water. All right. So let's go ahead and tap into our body again. Shake it out, right? Take a couple of deep breaths if we feel guided. So this is going to be for Taurus. Alright, Taurus. Let's see what we have here for you. Let's do some shuffling. I'm just going to throw those in randomly first, and then we'll do the actual shuffling. Alright. Let's see what we got here for you, Taurus. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the Bull, for October 2023. Messages for Taurus. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the Bull, for their highest truth and vibration. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the Bull. Alright. For their highest truth and vibration for October 2023, Taurus. Alright, let's see here. Spirits, guide my hands, please. It's a little loud. Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the Bull, for October 2023. 4 cards only, please, Taurus. Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the Bull. Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the Bull, for October. Messages for Taurus for October. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the Bull, for October. Alright, so then we're going to take the top and the bottom. We'll figure out where those cards want to be placed exactly a little bit once we're done with all of our shuffling. Alright. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the Bull, for October 2023. Spirits, guide my hands, please. For the highest truth and vibration and intention for Taurus for October. Spirits, guide my hands, please. 1 card only, please, for Taurus. Messages for Taurus for October. Messages for Taurus for October 2023. Taurus. Alright. Let's see here. We got the top and the bottom. Same thing we did with the other deck. And one more here. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the Bull, for October 2023. What does Earth sign Taurus, the Bull, for October 2023 need to see, need to know for their highest intention and vibration? One card only, please. Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the Bull. Alright. Just kind of put these aside here. Okay. Let's figure out now how exactly Spirit wants these. This was kind of sideways. Oh no. Let's see. Spirits in love and light, respect and reverence before, during, and after. Thank you for all advice, wisdom, and guidance given. And thank you for listening. Spirits, did you want the 8 of Staves in the reverse position to represent the first tarot card for this Taurus October 2023 reading? Yes. Alright. Thank you. And Spirits, did you want the Chariot in the reverse position to represent the second tarot card here for the Taurus October 2023 reading? Yes. Alright. Thank you. I need to get a bigger cloth that keeps moving. Alright. Thank you guys for your patience. Alright. Let's see what else here. And Spirits, did you want the 8 of Cups in the reverse position to represent the one and only tarot confirmation card for this Taurus October 2023 reading? Yep. Alright. That was fast. Thank you. And let's see here. Spirits, did you want the Princess of Cups in the reverse position to represent what's on top of this Ancestral Path Tarot deck for this Taurus October 2023 reading? Yes. Okay, thank you. And Spirits, did you want the Princess of Swords in the reverse position to represent what's on top of this Hermetic Tarot deck for this Taurus October 2023 reading? Yeah. Alright. Well, let's see here where exactly they want all these goodies. This one feels like maybe in the second week. Let's double check though. Spirits, did you want me to talk about the Princess of Cups in the reverse position and the 7 of Staves in the right side up position when I talk about the Chariot in the reverse position? Yes? Okay, thank you. Alright, and Spirits, did you want me to talk about the Princess of Swords in the reverse position and the King of Wands in the right side up position when I talk about the 8 of Wands in the reverse position? Yes. Okay. Alright, so we'll just move everything over so we get a little bit more space here. And then we'll take your picture and we'll get started, Taurus. Alright. Thank you for your continued patience, as always. All that good stuff. Alright, so let's see here. Get your photo without the glare. All that good stuff. That's better. Alright. Let's see what time we are at, Taurus, and let's get started. Okay, for the timestamps for later, we're at 44 minutes or so. Alright. So let's see here, Taurus. What we have coming up for you for October. Taurus. Alright. Well, we'll go one by one, but lots of messages are coming through. Alright, so we're starting with the first 4 cards here at the top. Alright, so each one of these cards can correspond to a week's time frame. Alright. Maybe, maybe not, right? It's not set in stone, it's a general guideline. So we're going to say, and I'll say these dates again when we're on each card, but the first card can be from around October 1st through the 8th. Second card can be from around October 9th through the 16th. The third card can be from around October 17th through the 23rd or so. And the fourth card can be from around October 24th through October 31st, or maybe into the first couple of days of November. All right, let's call out your cards here, Taurus. We've got the Eight of Staves, also known as Eight of Wands, in the reverse position. We have the Chariot in the reverse position. We have the King of Swords in the right side up position, and the Queen of Swords in the right side up position. Yeah, lots of stuff going on here. All right. So let's see here, Taurus. You have... It's interesting. You really only have one major arcana, okay? It's in the second week in the future, current, present energies. But it feels kind of similar in some ways as far as Aries reading. Aries had like 4 major arcanas. You only have 1. But there is this kind of... I don't know. I have to go back and look at the other zodiac readings so far for October and see if there's any patterns. But yeah, it kind of feels a little intense, like a combination of bad intense but also good intense as well. All right. Of course, it is a general reading here meant for multiple people. So always take only the parts that resonate for you and leave the rest for someone else that may be part of their story. But we really have, I'm looking at the astrology notes kind of over here to my side to see what's going on in this first 2 weeks here. We have Mercury enters into Libra in the beginning of October. We have Venus entering into Virgo. We have Pluto going direct. That's right. Okay. So that's probably what that is. So Pluto is associated with truth and transformation, right? And at this time of the year too, when Pluto is going direct, it can be that desires and secrets are going to come to light, okay? So that's a little bit of that intense energy. And now that I'm thinking about it, I think a few other of the zodiac signs had some of that going on in the first and second week as well. So part of this can be astrology, of course, but also the other part is, you know, what's going on particularly with your sign, right? Or depending on where you have Taurus in your chart, because everybody is welcome. But yeah, let's kind of break it down and go one by one in just a few seconds here. I also wanted to say that with this major arcana that you have here, Taurus, it is the official card for Cancer. So some of you guys could be dealing with a sun sign Cancer, or someone who has a lot of Cancer in their chart, or you may have a lot of Cancer in your chart, or it could be referencing Cancer season of this year, of last year, or even next year. Or it could be nothing at all, but I like to kind of call out the other signs that are showing up here for you. Now, as far as the majority of your minor arcana, I also want to kind of look at that. So that can give us an added theme to your reading. You've got 3 swords, 3 wands. Wait, hold on. Yeah, 3 swords, 3 wands, and 2 cups. All right, so, and then you've got your major. So it's like a tie here, basically, Taurus. So you're tying between fire sign, wands energy, and you're tying also between the swords energy, air sign energy. Okay, so what does that mean? There could be some stuff going on here throughout your reading that talks about your health, or someone's health, or your physical body, or what gets you fired up and passionate in your physical body. And then also when we talk about the sword, since it's a 3 tie against each other here, or with each other, the sword's energy talks about our mental health, our crown chakra, right? So is my mental health in a good place, and not so good place, vice versa, etc., all the things, okay? But yeah, really a focus on health overall here, mental health, physical health, all the things. All right, so that could definitely be something going on here. But yeah, again, it's not something to worry about or to freak out about or to be scared. That's never my style or what I want people to feel. Okay, so again, this is just kind of the underlying theme to your reading. But now let's go one by one and kind of break it down here. I do feel, Taurus, that in this first week of October, there can be a little bit of impatience or disappointment or both on someone's side, or just the energy in general. Again, Pluto going direct, desires and secrets coming to light. But your first card here, Taurus, is the Eight of Staves, also known as Eight of Wands, in that reverse position. So it could be that you were really waiting for a message to come through, or you were really wanting to give a message to some other person. Or it could have been that you were waiting on a message from your spirit guides, guardian angels. It also feels a little bit here for some of you guys, Taurus, that it could be you've got the Eight of Wands reversed and the Chariot reversed right next to each other. It kind of feels like the High Priestess would be reversed. She's not here in your reading, but it's almost like the opposite of being surprised and the opposite of trusting your instincts. Okay? That's a little bit of what I'm picking up here as well. But let's kind of see what's underneath it too, to see what else is going on here. So, you know, with that Eight of Staves in the reverse position, if we're talking about car lights, which I've been using for a while in my readings, right? If I was to pause your reading right here, Taurus, and say, when was the best time for you to accomplish something that you wanted to do within your control? I would say the third and the fourth week is a better time for that. But the first and second week of October, there are more like red lights, like the energy is kind of slowing down and stopping for a reason. But you've got 2 red lights and then you have 2 green lights, okay? And then possibly even more green lights over here. Little foreshadowing, right? But yeah, this is I'm trying to find the way to describe the energy that I'm picking up here, Taurus. It's like you've got 2 princesses in the reverse position, but then you also have a king in the right side up position. So it's like if we looked at this past energy, okay, and this is the energy. No, it was me. It's okay, it was just me. Scared my doggy there. If we look at this past energy here, Taurus, I moved the camera, so I'm like, where am I? The Princess of Swords in the reverse position and the King of Wands in the right side up position. It's like resisting leveling up on one hand because there was some type of anxiety, worry, overthinking in the past. But on the other hand, there was this fire energy coming in, Aries energy, wanting to charge forward with something, wanting to level up in one area of your life or even multiple areas of your life or someone else's, etc. But again, it's like waiting for the message that hasn't come through yet, or you're not allowed to give some type of message, or the message just is not coming through in some way. So what I wanted to say here, well, I'll wait to say it over here actually. I'm gonna wait, hold on. Let me put this all together here, Taurus. When we get to your second week, you've got the Chariot in the reverse position, right? So 8 of Wands reversed in the first week and the Chariot in the reverse position in the second week. And we said this could be from around October 9th through the 16th, Cancer energy. There's something from someone's youth or their past that is still a little bit emotionally and mentally confusing, okay? Because again, you have two princesses in the reverse position. One is swords, one is cups. Alright, but with this Princess of Cups in the reverse position next to the Seven of Wands in the right side up position, again, this is past energy, could be a couple of days ago, weeks, months, years. These are the sponsor cards that made it possible for this Cancer Chariot card to show up in the reverse position, okay? So in the past, there could have been this like somebody resisting something non-traditional in one sense, but then because they were resisting, or because they were, you were, the energy was, again, emotionally or mentally confusing, then in the past somebody did their homework here. With the Seven of Wands in the right side up position, that's asking for help, the universe, spirit guides, guardian angels, right? We see this figure in the center, very, very tiny, in this Egyptian temple, and their arms are in the right side up position, open and ready to receive. Talking about spiritual enlightenment, downloads, also spiritual initiation. And it's so interesting here too, Taurus, because you have the Seven of Staves in the right side up position in the past, and then you have the Eight of Staves in the reverse position in the future, current, present energies in that first week. So I feel like this is more of a healing. Again, this is around the time when Pluto starts to go to direct, so truth and transformation. But whatever these red lights are, Taurus, you then have green lights. You have two kind of red lights, orange lights, red lights, slow down. And then you have two green lights right after that. Okay, so let's now talk about the green lights. So now you have another king in the right side up position, and it is in the future, current, present energies. Now you have the King of Swords in the right side up position. So now there is mental clarity. There is stepping into our own power, right? Using our mind as a tool, but knowing it could also be a weapon. So having a balance with the mental health here is really important. And so we see this king, and he's standing in the water, okay, and he's fishing. And so the water in the tarot is also our emotions. So he's using his emotions to make decisions in a clear-headed way and kind of balance between the head and the heart. But Taurus, this could be that towards the end of October, for some of you guys, it could be something to do with family or a union, okay? And unions can be romantic, platonic, friendship, union of self, right? Self-love. But what you have here is so beautiful, Taurus, and I haven't seen this in I don't know how long, okay? You've got the King of Swords in the right side up position, and then the Queen of Swords, right? They go together, okay? This is family. Can be family stuff for some. If it's not family, it's some type of union. If it's not union, it could also just be balancing of the masculine and feminine energies that we all have inside of us. Because what you had in the second week was this Cancer in the reverse position. Normally you would see the yellow and the black lion. That is a symbol for masculine and feminine energy. It was reversed in the past, and now we have, right, divine masculine and feminine energy again. So it could also just be those balancing energies showing up here. But it's like all this understanding, right, comes pouring through here, Taurus. Such clear-headedness. And again, the balancing between the heart, the emotions, and the mind, and thinking clearly. So you could say this is even the 5D spiritual world would be the water, and the 3D physical world would be the swords or the air. So again, bringing those two things together. Really, really beautiful here, Taurus. I want people to comment. If you feel guided, I can't force anybody. But I want people to let me know what this is about. This is so interesting. So if you're on YouTube or even on Facebook, whatever, comment if you want to. But now let's talk about your tarot confirmation card as well here, Taurus, because this reveals to me an added layer of healing, and it's not even healing, it's like beyond that. I'm trying to think what it would be. It's like oh, let me put the incense out. It's been going for a long time. Hold on, guys. Last little incense right there. I don't even think you can see it with the fan. This stuff is strong. All right, so this tarot confirmation card is going to come in here and confirm all 4 weeks, the whole month of October we just talked about. It's a combination of past and future energy. It always kind of leaves it up to you. You always have choice and free will, right? This is the energy we're picking up as of right now. But you've got the Eight of Cups in the reverse position, sitting on top of that Queen of Swords. Eight of Cups reversed is like, I took my time to figure out what I wanted emotionally. I stepped away from something. I walked away from something. I energetically checked out from something so I could do some healing. And then when it's reversed, it's like, yeah, my wounds are all healed, right? Or somebody's, or some particular thing, maybe not everything, right? We're not all supposed to be perfect, right? No one's perfect. But it's like, whatever this disappointment was, and this, what did I say? Impatient energy in the first and the second week. Not sure again about healing something from the past, around our youth, around something emotionally and mentally challenging, but then also knowing that we can have that spiritual initiation. We can ask for the help, right? Even if it's just from the spirit world. Because then all this wonderful stuff comes in here for you, Taurus. All this mental clarity. And then it's like the wound healed, but also like there's no scars. It's like you put the vitamin E on it, or the scar healing lotion. Again, these are just metaphors, right? But yeah, there's no scars anymore, Taurus. All right. So I have a couple friends that are Tauruses. I'm going to send them this reading and be like, you better watch this and you better tell me what this means for you later in the details, okay? But let me go ahead now and show you your oracle card before we wrap it up. All right, I haven't seen this one in a while, and it's crazy. It was just talking about this. Okay, so the name of this card is called Star Family, and it says you are a part of a team of souls. Call in the support. Call in the spiritual support, Taurus. I'm calling you out so you can call it in. Okay. It definitely goes with that Seven of Staves and the right side up position in the past. But how beautiful. I'm trying to get my little finger out of the way so you can read it if you didn't already, of course, hear what I said. But that's beautiful, Taurus. I love this for you. So yeah, that is your reading. Before you go, also the photo that I took, I'm going to be uploading that in just a few minutes. So if you wanted to see all the cards together in one place, or zoom in on them, it is free. I just put it on my Facebook, so all you have to do is go to Facebook and type in Malessea's Magic Light, and you'll see my channel on Facebook, or my page on Facebook, whatever, you know what I mean. And then hopefully you do. And then you just go there and look for this video, and then below the video in the comments will be the photo. All right, so that is for you guys. But thank you as always for your energy, for your likes, for your subscriptions, for your comments, or any interaction with the video. It's all free, and it does help support my channel. If you're watching this on YouTube and you want to subscribe, all it does is notify you when I put out new readings. So you just sign up with your email through YouTube and stuff. And you can always unsubscribe later if you feel like you want to. But yeah, that is it. Thank you guys so much as always. Enjoy this time period, Taurus, and for Aries earlier. And I will be back tomorrow, hopefully, if not the next day, with Gemini and Cancer, right? I think it's Gemini Cancer. Yes, Gemini Cancer. All right, so you guys have a good one, and I will see you later. Bye.